cook up on that stove. I've been 10 toes in the...
Venezuela's liberated, guys. Maduro's captured. But of course, you got liberals here in America that want to poo-poo on the party and say, Trump, bad guy. When you had Venezuelans going hungry and eating out of trash cans, yet the liberals, the virtue signaling liberals, are the same ones that'll tell you, we don't want people to go hungry. I wonder why thousands of Venezuelans are cheering today for Maduro's capture and the liberation of their country. Either way, let's take a look at what CNN, the fake news, legacy media, what they're going to poo-poo on today.
Venezuela knocked out power and sent people running outside. And this strike was at La Carlota Air Base in Caracas. CNN's Nick Payton-Walsh joins me now from London. Nick, we just heard from Issa Suarez speaking with some of her sources in country about the fear of what could come next because so many questions are unanswered.
Fear? Hey, dude, listen, I don't know if you've took a look at social. This is why I'm so happy we don't have to just rely on legacy media telling the truth anymore, because let's take a look at what's actually happening in Venezuela. Liberals, if this is so bad, I really don't understand why we even have Cubans and Venezuelans here cheering over the liberation of Venezuela. Watch this.
Before I begin, I just want to talk to you, America, and I hope you have your coffee when I tell you this, but these are great news. All eyes on Venezuela. These are historical news. This is history in the making. I mean, my chest, it feels like it's gonna explode with joy. Like, President Donald Trump and Maria Corina Machado just created an opportunity for us to begin working harder than ever, because that's what we have always been doing, but now we will be working in our country. But, you know, we also have worked so hard here in the United States to build so much things.
It's 4:30 in the morning. Let's go wake up my husband and tell him that Nicolás Maduro was captured by the United States. Capturaron a Nicolás Maduro. Capturaron a Nicolás Maduro.
Mentira.
No.
Eso es jodiendo, no capturaron nada. Mentira.
Joel, ¿qué hago yo levantándote a las 5 de la mañana diciéndote esto?
Eso es mentira. Sufran, coño, que sufran. Celebrar, coño, celebrar la libertad, coño, la libertad. Gracias a Estados Unidos. Dios mío, qué notición, qué noticia. Dímelo aquí.
Te dije.
Vamos. Ahora vienen los cabrones estos, ahora que vengan estos ahora, están cagados. Cagados están.
Now, I don't know about you, but that seems like there's a lot of happy people. Now, to be fair, there are people that are not happy. There are videos circulating around of people not happy about Maduro being took, of course, as VP, and some people in the streets. But the majority, overwhelming amount of videos of people celebrating this due to the fact that they had super astronomical inflation, food shortages, people not understanding that this democratic socialist, right? Because that's what the liberals are really mad about here, right? That a democratic socialist got took down because that's their thing now. Democratic socialism. Remember, Venezuela, democratic socialist, where you went and voted, and that's the only time they were like, hey, listen, if you vote this way, we'll give you some food. Oh, look, people eating out of trash cans and things of that nature. We don't care about that. We care because he was a democratic socialist, and we can't let people know the quiet part that it sucks, right? Let's take a look at multiple liberals here in America that didn't deal with Venezuela, how they feel about what happened with Maduro.
To be more clear, the United States bombed Venezuela and then abducted their president and his wife. People are saying captured. No. Abducted. Kidnapped. The leader of a foreign nation that we are not at war with.
Now, the Red Hat crew are all patting themselves on the back today and, swimming in their masculinity because they're too fucking dumb to understand or to see.
In the next few days, the United States government will try to justify its attack on a sovereign nation by saying that they were exporting drugs to the United States, by saying they're a communist government, by talking about how they violate human rights, by talking about how their leader was not elected democratically and how we want to spread democracy to the entire world.
Hey, are all the bootlicking MAGA cucks ready to defend the illegal invasion of Venezuela and kidnapping a foreign leader? Are we gonna defend that off the rip immediately?
Now, I want you to take a look at these virtue signaling idiots that talk about food shortages and food insecurity here in America. Yet, when Venezuelan people are facing that and the U.S. decides to step in, like this is the first time we've done that with humanitarian crises, like we didn't go to Panama, Haiti, like we didn't step in when there's a humanitarian crisis. Hell, Hitler. I mean, they're going to say, oh, that's a war. They decided to do a war. Hey, dude, listen. There was a humanitarian crisis. Inflation over there was in the thousands of %, skyrocketing, horrible, absolutely terrible. People eating out of trash cans. Millions upon millions, like 40% of their population were starving. And Nicolas Maduro had already been caught for such people like the redheaded chick. Well, if they got voted in democratically, well, if they pay, why don't you, I'll tell you what, go to Mexico, go to the cities where you vote, and then when the cartel comes up and says, hey, if you don't vote a certain way, right, we're going to off you. And then tell me if that's really democratic. Or go to Venezuela where you're starving. And then you go up to the poll lines and they say, hey, if you vote this way, we'll give you some food. Tell me if that's really democratic. Like, what do you virtue signalers, especially on TikTok, it's so crazy. TikTok has gotten way out of control. I'm so glad it got sold. Hopefully the American companies that buy it will fix it. Anyway, because Meta has done, like Facebook has done a whole 360. Happy with it. Either way, look, you dum-dums on here who preach in America food insecurity and things of that nature, that's what was happening over there. That's why thousands upon thousands of Venezuelans, compared to the ones who weren't happy about this, are happy Maduro is out. People that are here happy Maduro is out, gone, captured, because he was trafficking drugs. He was starving people. He was doing all of these things, not changing, and then looked at Trump and said, hey, cuz, come get me. Thinking that, he won't do it. But guess what? You're not under a Biden regime anymore, liberals. We actually think, hey, when our president sees things like this, hey, Trump, go do it. Guess what? Trump did. FAFO, fuck around, find out. That's what Maduro did. And I respect it. And like Marco Rubio said, if you didn't know Donald Trump was that type of president, if you don't know, now you know. You know the song. So either way, look, man, stop virtue signaling here in America when you can't even support and be happy for a whole country that's been liberated and has a new start, a new beginning. And I'm so glad Trump at 11 a.m. this morning told people we're going to run it. We're going to run it. And hopefully, like I say, it's going to help. But you people don't care about that. You people don't care about that because you're really not America first. I'm going to bitch about America, except stay here and get the spoils of it. Right? That's you guys. You don't want to do, you preach at people to help people. Hey, we need to help each other XYZ. Except you just don't hold people to the same standards, right? You don't even hold yourself to the same standards. because you don't like a president, everything he does is bad. That makes absolute no sense. Coming from a common sense perspective, which I think people respect, you guys are idiots. And this is why we don't listen to you anymore. Either way, congrats to Venezuela. I'm so happy your people are liberated. W for the U.S. See you on the next one. Peace.